Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Guapish Rule 34. This time around, we have another special little quiz for you that I've prepared today. This quiz has been a meme for a while now, and I feel as though it's finally time to bring it to fruition due to some reasons that'll become clear here very shortly. First up, we have our contestant Tanner joining us.
That's right, guys. Happy Trans Month of Remembrance.
And secondly, of course, in the same trans vein that Tanner was just talking about, we have Tanichi.
Hi. Lava couldn't find anyone else, so he got me.
And of course, our final contestant, who needs no introduction.
Nico couldn't find anybody else, so he got me.
That's right, I found each and every one of you, and today, you are coming together, boys. You're coming together for the biggest, most exciting quiz we have ever had, one that no doubt each and every audience member will have an easy time playing along with. This is the Jackson Quiz.
Oh my god.
That's right. You know how it works at this point, guys. The Jackson Quiz is going to be a quiz all about Jackson himself. I'm going to be asking you 50 solid questions here, and hopefully, you guys will know each and every one of them. It'll be pretty embarrassing if Jackson does not know these very real and very true answers to himself, but you know. The guy's pretty forgetful, so I wouldn't really put it past him to not remember each and every little thing about him.
I think I'm chewing.
So are you ready to kick it off here today, boys?
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right, perfect. We are trying out a brand new method for buzzing in this time around. Hopefully, it'll go smoothly and we won't have any major hiccups. So starting her off here with question number 1. What is Jackson's favorite color? Tanichi!
Oh god. Orange.
Incorrect. Jackson.
Red.
Correct!
Oh my god.
Yeah, Jackson's favorite color is red. That's a pretty easy
How does
one,
he
I
know?
feel like, you know.
Because he's colorblind, you know?
It might be brown or green. We have no idea.
It's impossible to verify.
I hate this question.
All right, moving right along here to question number 2. What is Jackson's favorite anime? Looks like Tanner there first this time.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Yes.
Are we including movies and shows or just shows?
Just all of anime in general. If it looks like an anime, if it tastes like an anime, if it smells like an anime, it's an anime.
I guess I'll go Clan Ed.
Correct, Tanner. Good job, dude.
How do you know that?
Question number 3. When did Jackson graduate from high school? Tanner.
That would be 2017.
Correct. Tanner's already getting an easy sweep on this one, it's looking like. Question number 4. What did Jackson get his degree in? Tanichi.
Computer science.
Correct.
This is like doxing the quiz.
Yeah, it is. What's the last 4 of his social security number?
Damn it, Tanichi. That was the next question, you son of a bitch.
What's Jackson's mom's maiden name?
Alrighty. Next up here. Question number 6. What is Jackson's favorite car? Tanner.
Am I allowed to just say a Miata?
Unfortunately,
No.
That's incorrect, Tanner. Tanichi, what's his favorite car?
N.A. Miata.
Incorrect. Jackson, what is your favorite car?
The Nissan GTR.
Correct.
Oh, my second guess was going to be a Viper ACR.
I really like those too.
Question number 7. What is Jackson's birthday? Tanner.
That would be November 10th.
Unfortunately, it's incorrect.
Fuck.
Tanichi,
Fuck.
when is Jackson's birthday?
11-9.
Correct, dude. Correct.
Damn it.
Didn't really
One day
appreciate
off.
using saying November was in 11. That had made me do a little like brain work there. Wasn't a big fan of that, but I'll give you the points anyway.
Unfortunate.
Question number 8. What is Jackson's favorite fast food restaurant? Tanner.
Fucking, I don't know, Wendy's?
Incorrect. Tanichi.
McDonald's.
Incorrect. Jackson.
I don't remember what I put on this during the fucking tier list. Did I put Chipotle?
Correct. Congratulations, Jackson.
Tanner, you and I both lobbied against, not lobbied, but we campaigned against Nico against Wendy's even like being on the list, I'm pretty sure, when we did the tier
Listen,
list.
man, I can't fucking remember.
Question number 9. What is Jackson's favorite video game? Tanner.
His favorite video game is Counter-Strike.
Incorrect. Tanichi.
Fuck.
Counter-Strike Global. No, Genshin Impact. Sorry.
Correct. Congratulations.
What? There's no way that's true.
It's not.
What do you say is your favorite video game, Jackson?
I think it's a toss-up between Terraria or Cave Story.
Crazy.
What the fuck?
Unfortunately, I was initially thinking Cave Story for this one, but at the same time,
It was
Story's like-
funnier to put Genshin.
exactly.
Cave Story is like the first story game I like ever latched onto, and I think it's mostly just there because of a lot of nostalgia.
Yeah, that's totally fair. To be, like, Cave Story is also pretty good, though. I feel like even if you went back to it again and played it today, you'd still have a good time with it.
Oh, totally. I played it recently. I thought it was fun as fuck.
Oh, there you go. Question number 10. What color are Jackson's eyes? Tanner.
Brown.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
Tanichi.
Hazel.
Correct.
Shut the fuck. That's the same color.
No, it's not.
Those are two
Yes, it
different
is.
colors.
Those
My
are
eyes are
entirely
totally
different.
like green and blue as well.
Oh my god. What does it say on your driver's license, Jackson?
I think it says green. Let me pull it out though. Let's see. Green, yeah.
They look hazel to me, so that's what I went with.
Yeah, they're definitely.
Shucks.
They've stared into them long enough.
And with that, we are moving on to our very first pity point question, guys. Pity point. Tanner,
What?
you are currently in last place right now, dude. And because of that, you're going to be answering the pity point question here first. For 3 points, Tanner, can you determine what grade was Jackson in when he first masturbated?
I don't know. I feel like Jackson was probably a late bloomer, so I'll say 10th grade.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
Jackson, you are currently in second
How is
place.
this a pity point? You know the point of pity points is they're supposed to be easy,
Yeah,
right?
this shit's crazy.
Dude, we talked about this during the sex episode.
Were you there?
Yeah, you were there, Tanner. Come on, dude.
How am I? I'm just, what,
The answer was crazy. It's very memorable, so I feel like you should have been able to recall that one. Jackson, what grade were you in?
I have no fucking idea. It was really early.
It was
Is
very
that what-
early.
I don't know, like second?
Incorrect, Jackson.
Unlucky.
Tanichi, can you guess what it was?
Dude, like 7th?
Incorrect. I have 5th grade down. I have 5th grade.
crazy.
Go back and reference the sex episode to get that one down, boys.
Unlucky.
Tugging it early.
And with that, we're moving past the pity points, and we're going into question number 11. Prepare yourselves, guys. Prepare
Are
yourselves.
there categories, or are these all just like random fucking questions?
They're all Jackson related. What else? What more do you need?
I mean, there could be categories in these.
Question number 11. How many children does Jackson want to have? Ooh, Tanner.
0.
Correct. All right, pretty easy one there. Question number 12. What color was the interior of the house Jackson designed? Tanichi.
Blue.
Incorrect. Moving back into that question there to finish her off. What color was the interior of the house Jackson designed for his horror game? Tanner.
Red.
Incorrect. Jackson?
Well, I thought it was brown, but it turns out it was yellow, I think.
Yeah, it was a disgusting yellow color. This was the very moment I found out that Jackson was indeed colorblind.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was rough.
It shook me to my very core. I thought it was just like a stylistic choice. But in reality, he just had no idea that it wasn't like a dank-ass brown.
Yeah, I still don't know how to find fucking brown. It's always some other color that's not brown. I take it.
Question number 13. What does one of Jackson's deceased dogs, one of David's dogs, and one of Jackson's high school crushes have in common? Tanner?
They've all had sex with dogs.
Incorrect. Tanichi?
They all walk on all fours.
Incorrect. Jackson?
They're boxers.
Incorrect. The correct answer was they all have the same name.
Oh, what is it?
Sadie.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. However, Tanner, due to creativity and that excellent answer, I'm going to give you a point for it.
That's
you.
not how quizzes work. That's not.
one
That's
works.
not how
Yes,
quizzes
sir.
work at all. It's some
Question number
fucking
14.
Bullshit.
What did Jackson email me to get sent to the principal's office? Tanichi.
A picture of his cock.
Incorrect. Tanner.
Like pipe bomb instructions.
Incorrect. Jackson.
Was it the Navy SEAL copy pasta?
It sure was, dude. It sure was.
Damn it! I remember that.
Yeah, they fucking called me out on the speakers. That was so goofy.
They're like, what the fuck is the meaning of this, Jackson? We never get anything like this for you. What's going on here? Question number 15. Of the many nationalities Jackson hates, which one does he hate the most? Tanichi.
Filipinos.
Incorrect. Tanner.
What?
Ethiopians.
Incorrect. Jackson.
The Chinese.
Correct. There you go, dude. Yeah, it's just that easy. Jackson, I'm honestly quite baffled that you keep like buzzing in last.
Interesting. I'm
Fair.
trying my best here, man.
Question number 16. Who is Jackson's celebrity crush? Tanner.
His celebrity crush is, we talked about this recently. Scarlett Johansson?
Incorrect. Jackson.
Damn it.
That was gonna be my answer.
Oh no.
The fucking, I don't know. I can't even think of any other celebrities I think are very attractive. The fucking one chick from I Know What You Did Last Summer. What's her name?
Oh yeah, that chick. Unfortunately not, no.
Damn it.
Tanichi.
Miku.
Sure, I'll count that. Why not? The correct answer I had in mind, though, is Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh, of course.
That's fair. I forgot
Yeah.
about her.
She was Jackson, you stated that she was the woman who made you see white women in a different light.
She really was, and specifically gingers.
Yeah. How could you forget that woman? We've seen her in so many movies lately, too.
I wanted to forget those movies.
Fair. Question number 17. What's Jackson's biggest bathroom pet peeve? Tanichi.
Other people being in there while he's using it.
That is a pretty rough one, but it's incorrect. Tanner.
Not replacing the toilet paper roll after you finish it.
Correct, dude. That is a pretty bad one. I can't really fathom why anyone would, just not replace it. I mean, come on. Question number 18, though. Who is Jackson's biggest dick rider? Tanichi.
Tanichi.
Unfortunately, it's not correct. Tanner.
Sheeny.
Incorrect,
She
no.
better not be.
Jackson.
Who's my biggest dick rider? Dylan?
Correct! Good job, dude. Alright, question number 19. What is Jackson's favorite Pokemon? Tanner.
He loves fucking Bidoof.
Dude.
I don't like fucking Bidoof.
Terrible answer, honestly. Tanichi.
Doug Trio.
Jackson.
Skitty?
Correct.
Damn.
What is Goofy? Doug Trio? Who the fuck made a Pokemon in Doug Trio?
Dude, there's 3 of him. That's so many of him to love.
Exactly.
Question number 20. If Jack were to swap a body with one of us, who would it be? Tanner.
Out of the 3 of us, was this question written with Dylan in mind, or?
I will alter it so that Tanichi is also involved here as well.
I feel like that eliminates one of the options.
It's up to you, dude. I could change it on the fly with this new added feature of Tanichi.
I suppose I'll go, Nico.
Incorrect,
Damn
Tanichi.
it.
Lava Skid.
What?
Correct. Jackson would indeed just want to stay himself. I don't think he would ever want to swap bodies into any
Well,
of
I
us.
didn't know that was an option.
I was gonna say Tanichi. I think it'd be fun to be that fucking big.
No.
Oh, there you go. That big. Oh, Lord.
He's a big dude.
I'm a man.
All right, and with that, we're moving on to our next pity point. Tanner.
Yeah.
Dude, this is an easy one. This should be so easy for you.
Okay.
What is Jackson's favorite hentai tag?
Easy.
Fucking, I don't know.
That's part of it.
His favorite hentai tag is hentai,
Incorrect.
but technically correct.
Tanichi.
Dude. Miku.
Incorrect. Jackson, what is
What?
it, dude? For 1 point.
What the fuck would you think my favorite hentai tag is?
Hu Tao.
Gender bender.
Correct.
Okay.
Jackson just goes on and on about how much he loves that one.
Huh.
Is that actually your favorite, Jackson?
I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite, but it's definitely the one that I search out specifically the most often.
Okay. That feels like favorite to me, but I don't
Fair
know.
enough.
You know your kinks better than I
It's
do.
the most consistent, is how I'd describe it.
Fair enough, dude. Question number 21. If Jackson could instantly obliterate one person from existence, who would it be? Tanner.
Himself.
Incorrect.
Damn
Tanichi.
it.
Tanichi.
Incorrect. Jackson.
Joe Biden.
I'll give you a point for that, dude. Unfortunately, the correct answer was nobody. I've asked you this a few times, and you always say, I wouldn't want to kill anyone, but, like, you know.
That does sound like some shit I'd say.
Yeah. Question number 22. What is Jackson's main goal in regards to going to the gym? Tanner.
He just wants to be healthy.
Correct, dude. All right. Question number 22. Or, sorry, that was 22. 23. What is Jackson's go-to alcohol of choice? Oh, Tanichi.
None of them.
Incorrect for this one, unfortunately. Incorrect. I actually did have one in mind. Tanner.
His go-to alcohol of choice is... is this like a specific brand or just like a general...
just like in general.
I guess I'll go... Let's say a hard lemonade.
Ooh, correct, dude. Jackson's a big fan of them mics and shit, you know?
Nice.
Alrighty. Question number 24. Roughly how much money...
My finger slipped.
Tanichi.
Dude, 12 billion. I don't know.
Incorrect. Repeating that one again here. Roughly how much money has Jackson spent on Genshin Impact? Tanner.
Let's say $2,300.
Incorrect by a vast amount. Jackson.
I mean, he's like on the money, so I don't know what the fuck to say. 2K, 1800 actually, 1800 final guess.
1800. Incorrect, unfortunately. I thought you spent much more than that. I thought you spent like 4K on it.
No.
I'm gonna give a point to Tanichi though. I like his answer more.
Thank you.
$12 billion.
That's just on Ganyu.
Hell yeah, dude. I gotta like see 50.
Question number 25. What is the worst thing Jackson did as a child that went unpunished? Tanichi.
He punched his little sister.
Unfortunately, Jackson doesn't even have a little sister, so... Tanner.
He pissed on a dog.
Incorrect. Jackson.
I keyed someone's car.
Dude. How'd you know, dude? Correct. How'd you know what I was thinking there?
Huh?
Yeah, remember you talked about how you keyed someone's car when you were a kid.
Oh, so true. I've never done that.
Question number 26. When is Jackson's father's birthday? Tanner.
Isn't it September 25th?
Dude. Jackson, how does everybody know your father's birthday but you?
Well, it's because it's my dad's birthday too.
Motherfucker, why do you know my dad's birthday and not my birthday?
No, I'm saying your dad and my dad share the same birthday, so it's easier to remember.
Regardless, you son of a bitch, regardless.
I got close.
Question number 28. Who does Jackson most admire? Oh, Tanner.
Elon Musk.
Correct.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Jackson loves the guy. Every day he looks up at his big Elon Musk picture and he says, what would Elon do? All right, I also just realized I actually skipped a question here. So actually, question number 27 here. How did Jackson spend his previous birthday? Tanner.
He didn't do anything.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck. Also, real quick here. This is referring to his previous birthday, not like his most recent previous one, but the one before that, actually. So would you like to redo that one, Tanner?
Sure, if you're gonna give me a free redo.
Yeah.
Did he get drunk for the first time?
Incorrect, Tanichi.
Fuck.
He did the same thing. He played Counter-Strike with Tanichi.
Incorrect, Jackson.
You know, that's a great question, man. I probably like went out to dinner with my family or something.
Unfortunately, it's also incorrect, guys. He crashed his Miata into a ditch.
That was last year, you retard.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said like last. I realize what's happening here.
It's all become clear now.
My recent birthday really threw a wrench in.
Yeah, that birthday of yours a few days ago is what really made this question fucking spiral. Question number 29.
If I remember correctly, weren't we playing Counter-Strike and then we stopped because you wanted to take a drive and then you crashed your car?
That sounds like some shit I do. I don't fucking know that.
Okay. Question number 29. What's Jackson's most hated aspect of dating? Oh, Tanichi.
Women.
Correct.
God damn it, I was gonna say that.
They do just make it so hard.
It's so difficult when they are involved.
Question number 30. What is something that people are always surprised to learn about Jackson? Jackson.
That I've got crooked toes.
Incorrect. Tanichi.
He's got a Supra.
Dude, correct. How'd you know?
What?
People are always shocked to learn that.
I'm pretty sure the real answer is that he's not Jewish.
That one is also very shocking. Tanner, I'll give you half a point for that. All right, and with that, boys, with that one, we are now moving on to our next pity point question here. And because Tanner got half a point there, Tanichi is actually one who's going to be answering this one here. Tanichi, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would Jackson rate himself?
Who?
Tanichi, you, dude.
Oh, okay. That's what you said the first time.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would Jackson rate himself?
6.
6? That's correct, dude. Hot damn. With that, you were just rocketing past everybody. Alrighty, moving on to question 31, boys. What was Jackson's first meal back from being a vegetarian? Tanner?
Wasn't it like a fucking, like, hot dog?
I'm afraid you'll have to be more specific than that, dude.
Mac and cheese with hot dogs in it?
Correct!
You gave him too much leeway. This is rigged.
I agree. I couldn't even buzz in.
I mean, hey, Tanichi, you're so far ahead of them at this point. It doesn't matter, dude. Don't worry about it. Question number 32. What's Jackson's brand of smokes? Oh, Tanichi.
Dude, the same brand Mario smokes.
Incorrect, Tanner.
He doesn't smoke?
Incorrect, Jackson.
Lucky Strikes.
Yes, sir, Lucky Strikes.
Is this a reference to some inside joke you two have?
Isn't that the candy gum?
I don't know.
Question number 33. What's Jackson's most defining trait? Tanichi.
His nose.
Correct. Question number 34. What's Jackson's signature dish? Tanichi.
His nose.
I like it, but that's incorrect, unfortunately. Tanner.
His signature dish is...
Yeah, that he prepares, you know.
Yeah, cereal?
Correct!
I've changed. I don't have it so anymore.
Dude, honestly, I'm shocked. You guys know Jackson really well. Question number 35. What's Jackson's favorite adult animated comedy? Oh, Tanichi.
Konosuba? Incorrect.
Tanner.
Oh man, I know Jackson is just a massive fan of fucking Rick and Morty.
Incorrect, Jackson.
That like that.
I don't know, South Park?
Incorrect. Unfortunately, guys, the correct answer was Brickleberry. Brickleberry was what I was looking for there.
Damn it, that's
fucking gross.
I agree.
It just holds a special place in his heart, though.
Question number 36. Nothing but Dick and Balls, the animated show.
Question number 36. What was the most embarrassing thing Jackson has ever Googled? Tanner.
Where do babies come from?
Incorrect. Tanichi.
Oh god, I expected Tanner to get this. Dude, Miku body pillows.
Dude, that's close, but no cigar. Jackson.
That's close. Okay.
It might not actually be close. That may have been a red herring.
What's 11 plus 5?
Incorrect. However, I will be giving it a point to Tanichi, because, like, you know. That just feels so real, honestly. That feels so real. Moving right along. Question number 37 here. Which national tragedy did Jackson state that he would refuse to prevent if it meant giving up his Steam account? Tanichi.
9/11.
Correct! That's real. Those are real words that came out of the man's mouth.
Hell yeah.
I agree.
Question number 38. If Jackson could only use one word to describe Tanichi, what would it be? Tanner.
Is it a compound word? Like, is this a real word, or is he combining a bunch of words into one?
It's just a single real word.
Gotcha. Gay.
Incorrect.
Big.
That's correct, Tanichi. Good job. I also would have accepted friend.
I was gonna say black.
That would have been accepted. Question number 39. If Jackson only had 24 hours left to live, what would he spend his time doing? Tanner.
Jerking off.
Incorrect. Tanichi.
Damn it.
Playing Counter-Strike with Tanichi.
Incorrect. Jackson.
Driving.
Correct. There you go.
Lame.
He wouldn't even queue a game with me?
Yeah, I'd fucking work it in there. I'd slot one in.
Let's go.
He'd get a couple of games in real quick, see if he can rank up. Question number 40. So far, what is Jackson's favorite meat he has eaten? Jackson.
Pork!
Correct.
It's so free.
And with that, we're moving on to the next pity point question. We are looking at Tanner.
Oh my god.
Dude, who is Jackson's favorite porn actress?
This should be easy.
Is it?
Actress?
Yes.
Yeah, actress.
Can I ask
Yes.
a clarifying question, Nico? When you say actress, are you respecting pronouns?
Yes.
I guess so.
I feel like the hesitation means it's not a trans porn actress.
I know nothing about this person except for their name.
Fuck. Well, let's go... let's go Mia Malkova.
Incorrect. I would be disgusted if that was his answer. Jackson, who's your favorite porn actress, dude?
Who is my favorite porn actress? You've asked me this question before.
Yeah, and I got an answer from you.
What the fuck was that answer? I guess I'll go with like the single porn actress I actually know by name, that being Hong Kong Doll.
Correct. Good job, dude.
Oh my god, let's go, I'm an animal. I think I've maybe watched like one of her videos.
These are by far the worst pity point questions we've ever had in any quiz. These aren't even. These are just normal ass questions.
Pretty
And most of them are harder than the other ones.
Yeah, but they're so fun, dude. They're such fun questions.
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty, and with that, we're moving on, boys. Question number 41. Which of Jackson's friends clearly has homosexual feelings for him? Tanichi. I like that answer, but unfortunately it's incorrect. Tanner.
Dylan.
Incorrect, but also like that answer as well. Jackson, would you happen to know it?
Blake.
Correct!
These answers are clearly not correct.
The man's just fucking oozing it, dude. Have you been around the guy?
Have you been around me?
Fair. Question number 42. What type of phone did Jackson own that was the envy of everyone in high school? Oh, Tanner.
God, I don't fucking know. He had a fucking,
You don't have to know a specific name of it. If you can just, like, describe the phone.
did he have, like some big ass one with a stylus?
Unfortunately not, no. Tanichi,
A sidekick?
could you describe that a little bit to me? I have no idea what a sidekick is.
Dude, you hold it, you touch the screen, it does a backflip, and it opens up. It's a gangster.
That does sound pretty sweet,
All the
but
pimps had
unfortunately
it.
That sounds pretty sweet, but unfortunately it's incorrect. Jackson, do you know it?
Did I have that Switchblade phone in high school?
You sure did, dude. That's the correct answer.
I don't remember having that in high school.
Dude, everyone was fucking frothing at the mouth over that thing.
That phone
Also,
was sick though.
I will just say here, boys, real quick, I'm going to make a slight addendum to the points. With that previous question, I really liked all your answers. I'm going to give each of you a point for it.
Yay.
Why does it not give us any points?
Dude, because now you have more to gamble with during the final question.
Oh, so true.
Question number 43. Which is better to Jackson, okay? Boned or boneless wings? Tanner.
Boneless.
Correct, dude. Good
Cool.
job. The way God intended them to be. All right, and now, question number 44. What country would Jackson most like to move to? Oh, Tanner.
I feel like Japan is the obvious answer. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go... Nah, I'll go Japan.
Incorrect, unfortunately.
Fuck!
Tanichi.
Tokyo.
I'm going to deduct a point from that one.
That's not how
Jackson.
quizzes work. You can't lose points. If he ever hosts a quiz again, dude, let me finish sleeping.
Thailand.
Correct. You know, it's cheap. They have fun roads there. I don't think Jackson's really said much else about why he wants to go there, but
I have my reasons.
Bangkok.
Lady boy.
Question number 45. What's Jackson's favorite Golden Age Disney film? Tanichi.
Is it? Oh my god. Oh, I know this. Oh. Is it The Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Unfortunately, it's incorrect, dude. Tanner.
Damn, that's a good guess.
It is a good guess. I feel like that's probably my favorite one, but...
Jackson strikes me as a huge fan of Fox and the Hound.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
Also not Golden Age, I don't think.
I don't know what Golden Age means.
It's the period from, like, fucking Little Mermaid to, like, some other movie. I don't remember which
Oh.
exactly one it is. Jackson.
Yeah, I don't know where the end of this is. I would have said Ratatouille, but I guess I'm going to say...
That's definitely not Golden
Yeah,
Age.
what the
I was
fuck?
gonna say, I guess I'll say fucking Tarzan.
Ooh, that's incorrect, actually.
Yeah.
It was
Unlucky.
Hercules. It was Hercules is what I was looking for there.
Hercules is good.
Yeah. Jackson really liked Hercules.
I got that on the Plex, by the way.
Oh, let's go. I also have it on the Plex.
Question number 46. What is the number one thing Jackson wants as a birthday present? Tanner.
Nothing.
Dude, how'd you fucking know? Jackson has it definitely expressed that he does not want people to buy him anything.
Yes, sir.
And with that, question number 47. Which president does Jackson think freed the slaves? Tanichi.
Barack Obama.
Damn, that recent.
Tanner.
I mean, Jackson's not a fucking retard, so I assume he knows it was Abraham Lincoln.
Dude, correct. Good job.
Okay. So this was a little fake out question for us.
To be fair, Jackson notoriously does not know history whatsoever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bitch ass told me I was fucking wrong earlier today when he asked me that question.
Yeah, I told him Woodrow Wilson freed the slaves.
Oh, no.
Question number 48. What is the decision that Jackson would most like to take back? Oh, Tanner.
Being our friend.
Unfortunately, it's incorrect. Tanichi.
Asking Noob out.
That's a brutal one right there. Incorrect,
That
though. Jackson.
Going to college?
There you go, dude. Congrats.
I'll look out.
I was hoping that wasn't it.
He has expressed many times how much he believes that college was a scam. Question number 49. Who is Jackson's favorite battle cat? Tanner.
I'm gonna have to just make up some Japanese sounding names. Tenchi Asura.
Incorrect. Tanichi.
Damn.
Dude, it's the fuzzy one.
Can you be a little more specific?
Static cat.
Unfortunately, it's incorrect. Jackson, do you know it?
I feel like Tanichi knows what it is. Phantom Cat?
Correct.
Yes! Damn it! I do know what it is. It's got an ugly ass face. It's like just black with a erased face drawn into it. I hate it. I want to drop kick that fucking cat.
All right, boys. And so, before we move on to the final question here, we have one more pity point left, okay? One more pity point. I am going to spice things up a little bit here, okay?
Oh boy.
This pity point is going to be worth 5 points, okay? 5 points.
Holy shit.
Assuming that the person in last place here is able to answer it, which is you, Tanner. What is Jackson's favorite physical feature of a woman?
Oh, fuck. Positive canter tilt.
That's it. I'm going to give you a point for that. I'm not going to give you the full 5 points, but I just think that was funny.
Okay.
That was incorrect, though. Tanichi.
Is toes the right answer?
Unfortunately not, no. Damn it, you're giving Tanichi a hint here, dude. Tanichi, for 3 points, do you know what Jackson's favorite physical feature of a woman is?
The thighs.
That's incorrect as well, dude. It's incorrect.
What?
Jackson, for a single point, do you know what your favorite physical feature of women are?
Is it just generally the legs?
Unfortunately, it's incorrect.
What the fuck is it?
What I was looking for there was the clavicle.
I do like a nice clavicle, but it's not that high
Yeah,
up there.
it's not his favorite. Set the record straight for
Unfortunately,
all the
Jackson
people.
was wrong. However, that is of little matter here, okay? Because we are finally moving on to our final question, boys. The final question. Which means that you guys are going to be wagering some fucking points. So currently, Jackson, you're in first place, dude. You have 21 points, which you are able to wager right now. How many do you want to bet right now?
This is some risky shit here.
Yeah.
Let's bet 10 points.
10 points. All right.
I'm not going all in this time.
Tanner, you are in second place right now with 16 and a half points. How many are you betting, dude?
Fuck it, I'm not betting anything.
Nothing. Okay. Tanichi, you have 16 points. How many are you betting here, dude?
Dude, all 16.
All 16. There we go. That's what I like to hear. That makes things pretty dicey here. That makes things pretty dicey. If Tanichi's able to answer this correctly, and even if Jackson also does, like, you know, the man's gonna come out on top here, Jackson. I don't think you fully thought this one through, dude. Which is
I don't know
why.
how many points they had.
And now we move on to the final question, boys. As always, is multiple choice, and here we go. What was Shimi's slave name? A. Koala. B. Squeaky. C. Luna. Or D. Sophie. I will ask you, I'll prompt you with this one more time. You'll all be just tippity typing them right down here in the chat. Tanichi, prepare yourself, dude. Prepare yourself. What was Shimi's slave name? A. Koala. B. Squeaky. C. Luna. Or D. Sophie. All right. I'm going to give you like a 3-second countdown here. 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Alrighty, boys. And the correct answer was indeed A. Koala.
Oh my god.
Meaning that
Is that a
Jackson...
horrible name?
It was an awful name. Meaning that Jackson's today's big victor. Let's fucking go, boys.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was hoping that the last question there was like a small chance Jackson wouldn't know it.
Yeah, he put a question that literally only I would know of the people here.
Dude, I also knew it. Come on.
You're not taking the fucking quiz.
We've also asked Tanner that before as well, and he just simply didn't even think to ask what the correct answer was previously.
So he would clearly not know.
That one's on him for not probing you for additional information. And with that, boys, congratulations, Jackson. Despite all odds, you managed to come out on top here. You were indeed our big winner today. How does it feel, dude?
Oh, I feel pretty sick. I'm a big fan of the fact that I won the quiz based around myself.
Things are looking a little scary there, dude. They were looking a little scary. Tanichi nearly came out on top if he managed to play things right there.
Yeah, if I forgot that Shimio was named Koala previously. Ugh.
Oh, rats.
Well, boys, how'd you like that? How'd you like the Jackson-centric quiz?
It was fantastic. I can't wait for our next individual-centric quiz.
Hell yeah.
Can't wait for the Tanichi quiz.
Dude, that one's gonna be fucking fire. Alright, boys. And with that, I believe it's about time for us to move on here, dude. It's about time for us to move on here. Tanichi, would you like to bid your farewell here?
Yes, adios, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, Tanichi, do you have anything you want to plug here to the audience today real quick before you leave?
Yeah, sure. Jackson's currently trying to sell his skeleton knife. If you would like to buy his skeleton knife, please hit me up. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye,
There we
Tanichi.
go.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Oh boy, guys, that was sure was a fun quiz now, wasn't it? Anyway, Tanichi just got assassinated by Dylan, and now he's here instead, so that we can talk about Guapish at the movies!
Guapish at the movies! Wait, fuck, that's
What are you
bad, not
singing?
Thriller. Damn it, that's
Yeah,
a
I was
better
about to say,
pick.
why didn't we just do the Rocky theme? That's the most
Fuck,
iconic.
we're so bad at this.
And we either could have done that or the Africa.
For
So-
some reason, the Empire theme song was the one that came into my head.
Why though? Because
I don't
Moonfall?
know. Maybe.
Yeah, that makes
that's-
sense.
No, it doesn't at all.
There's space in both of them.
It,
Jackson, what we watched this week?
We watched Rocky, which is a Patreon request from Mr. Petit and or whatever his Patreon name is.
Macho Man Retard Savage?
Exactly. It was
Oh.
Rocky, the 1976 film.
Yeah.
The original start of the series, the defining movie for the genre of tussling, as they say.
I guess so.
Yeah, tussling.
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 I guess I can describe this movie or walk us through the plot. So, of course, we have Rocky, the Italian stallion. He is a boxer. We start out the movie with him boxing some random dude, almost losing, but he wins in the end. He ends up getting kicked out, not like kicked out, but he loses his locker, which kind of like signifies him kind of being kicked out of like the club he trains at, because he's kind of like he's like a has-been at this point to the owner. He was working for some like loan sharks as like just their muscle, basically. He's also into this autistic girl, maybe. Who knows if she's autistic?
What?
She seems like she's autistic.
Oh.
Girl named Adrian. She works at a pet shop. Eventually, there's whatever his name is, Apollo something, I think. And he wants to. They're trying to do like a show match for some big event, I think.
It's America's bicentennial, Jackson.
Dude, I'm pretty loose on this plot. I was not the right person to do this. I don't know why I volunteered. Anyways, they're looking for like a show match, and they end up picking the American champion, whatever his name is, Apollo something, to fight against Rocky because he's just like some random dude under the presumption of like giving this random guy a chance. So Apollo fucks around, doesn't really do a whole lot of anything the whole time. Rocky's getting fucking swole, he's getting bitches, he's getting down and dirty with it. He's eating eggs, he's punching meat, he's doing interviews and stuff, showing off his progress. He's killing it. This is the underdog story of the century that we go into the fight, and Rocky fucking loses. The end.
Nice. All the gonna fly now and whatever. What's up, Tanner?
Can I do a thing real quick? Let me.
Who's to stop
This is
you,
a
Tanner?
thought that popped into my mind. Let me see how you guys think about it. So this movie is iconic.
It sure
and
is.
It's genre defining. It basically created sports movies as we know them.
Yeah, perhaps undeservedly so.
I guess.
No, false. And I want to compare it to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is also a genre-defining film. However, I want to contrast them more so, because obviously Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's like the one that created the slasher genre. But we watch it and we said, damn, every single movie in this genre has done it better than this. Whereas with Rocky, it's genre-defining, but not terrible and still kind of relevant. Because, like, I feel like with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, we watch it and we're like, okay, here's the things that slasher movies will be known for, but we see them get improved in every other slasher movie. Whereas with Rocky, we're like, okay, here's the things that sports movies become known for, and it's imitated by future movies in the genre, not necessarily improved upon.
Yeah, I'd say I can get behind that.
Yeah.
And aside from that, I'm way too biased in favor of this movie to make any judgments whatsoever.
I figured that may have been the case. I can appreciate this movie for the story it's trying to tell. However, I'm not super high on the movie, if I'm going to be completely honest. Go ahead, Jackson.
I was going to say, I appreciate what this movie is. I respect what it created, with the genre. I'm fucking naked, by the way. And I look like Rocky right now. Anyways,
hey, look at that.
I appreciate what the movie's doing. I think some of the cinematography was pretty good. I think the acting overall was pretty solid as well. But I'm not super sold on the way they present the story. Like, I like Rock and all that, but I feel like his arc wasn't really that compelling, and they didn't really do a good enough job at all defining the villain. Like Tanner was saying that he's like, we're seeing him a couple of times, not really doing anything to prepare, kind of being lackadaisical about the fight because he doesn't think it's going to be a challenge at all. We don't really get a whole ton about that. It's mostly just focusing on Rocky and his progression, which I don't really feel like there is anything that crazy, to be honest. At least from my perspective, I don't feel like they really did like anything super crazy with his training at all. He just did like some kind of basic shit, and then was able to go toe-to-toe with like the world champion and almost took him. Kind of weird. It didn't really like fit that well for me, to be honest.
Okay, so I'm gonna step in the ring here on the side of Rocky here real quick, okay? Because I do feel as though, this being a big sports movie and all, there is a bit of like a miscommunication here going on with it, perhaps, like just a little bit. I feel as though the story of Rocky is far less so about the actual boxing itself, and more about the character of Rocky himself, You see, Rocky, he's a guy who's down on his luck, okay? He's a nice guy, He's a swell dude. He walks around, he tells children, like, hey, don't be a fucking whore and shit like that. He's a great man. Okay, all he wants is like love. He just wants to he wants to be somebody. Because right now he ain't nobody. He wasted his shot. As Mickey said, and he's just some two-time and a knee kicker now or some bullshit. But now he finally has his chance. He finally is able to prove himself to the world, Jackson. He's finally able to go out here and he's able to really start making the life that he always wanted to have out here, dude. He's starting to he's starting to become somebody. Okay, he's able to get the woman of his dreams here, the girl who but while everyone else may not think she's all that special or anything like that, Rocky sees something in her, man. He sees something in Adrian. He loves her, and Adrian comes to love him. How they portray that in their date, it's maybe not the greatest for our current day climate. Some slight rapey vibes going on there, but ultimately it's what she needed. I'm not saying you should do this in real life though, dude. It's a fine line between trying to get someone out of their comfort zone and giving off these really rapey vibes. If someone says, hey, Rock, I really want to leave this house now. Please let me go. I want to go back to my brother. Don't fucking block the door and say I'm gonna kiss you.
Okay,
Yeah.
anyways, I respect what you're
Ultimately,
saying.
the fight itself, though, I feel is like more of a background element here. You know, it's really how they're portraying it here. Is that the fight itself isn't really something that we're supposed to be focusing on that much, because that's it just kind of runs parallel along with, like, you know, Rocky finally becoming like a successful big boy. He's finally getting everything that he should have had to begin with in this world, man.
All right, get this, Nico, right? I'm going to compare Rocky to Evangelion for you real quick.
Oh, dear God.
With Evangelion, we've got all the cool robots and the fighting and all that shit, and people really like to focus on that because it's just the easy, obvious vehicle for what's actually trying to progress the story, which is the character drama and their arc as, you know, progressing. And that's very similar to Rocky in that sense because you're looking at it from the perspective of Rocky improving as a person and creating, like, a life for himself that he can respect. But I just don't think the vehicle to get him there is very entertaining at all. Like, it's like if Evangelion was just entirely like a character drama about Shinji, and they didn't have any of the robots or any of that shit. It'd just be fucking boring, which is why
I feel like it'd be
like
more
the third
so if
movie.
they, like, occasionally had the robots, but, like, they didn't actually do much with them. You see, like, Shinji getting the robot, and then we just see the aftermath of the fight.
Regardless, I don't think the vehicle for this progression is very... I don't know. It's not very thought-provoking for me at all. And also, frankly, I don't think his character progression, even in and of itself, is really that... I feel like it just felt kind of rushed to me.
Counterpoint.
Go for it.
Rocky is a dramatically more likable character than Shinji.
That is correct. I think Rocky was very fun. I think he's a great character.
Yeah.
He's entertaining.
I feel like Rocky doesn't necessarily have a character progression, really. Like, he doesn't necessarily, like, he gets better at boxing, but it's not in, like, a really direct, observable way. It's really just him, the movie is just him, like, trying to prove himself to himself. So, I don't know if it has character progression the same way that we think of, like, in Evangelion, where Shinji stops being a whiny bitch. Rocky is still Rocky at the end of the movie. He's just finally accomplished something that he was probably always capable of doing.
Yeah, I really couldn't care less, to be honest.
Yeah, so that kind of goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of this. I can appreciate Rocky for the story and the message it's trying to tell. I wasn't super high on the acting. I thought that Rocky gave me... I don't want to use those words.
Call him a retard, Dylan. Go for it.
I can't. We'll get canceled or something. But yeah, I got... There were, like, a lot of vibes in the movie. I'm glad you actually talked about the apartment date scene, because I was also at that part. I'm like, what the hell is this supposed to be? Like, any outsider view, which is basically just me at this point, is like, Rocky is supposed to be a fighting movie. It's supposed to be him getting ready for a fight. What is all this? I'm just getting these uncomfortable vibes of him trying to get a girlfriend, and then he's just acting dumb all the time. I don't know.
Rocky is dumb, Dylan.
Well, regardless, I wasn't super... Like, I'd say the only thing that pulled me through this movie was the story. There wasn't really anything else going for this movie that I really enjoyed too much.
No, I have been in Rocky's corner throughout most of this review. However, I will say, you know, I feel like the fighting should still, like, you know, be shown off a little bit better throughout this film. Like, the final fight, it wasn't, like, super long, and we really didn't get much of it, I guess. Like, none of it, it's kind of weird to put into words, because the fight itself doesn't feel very cinematic, I guess. It feels more like a kind of fight that you'd see, like, on TV or something like that, you know? Isn't it, we aren't, like, really getting, like, a cool, like, fucking, like, slow-mo shot or something like that of Rocky, like, really getting, no. Big uppercut punch or anything like that. It's very, like, more down-to-earth, I guess.
That's what you want. Listen, they started putting slow-mo and shit in Creed 3, and it fucking ruined that movie. We don't need that flashy shit in these.
Regardless, the choreography in this movie was also bad.
What?
How so?
The fights look so fake, dude. Like, they look so fake. They look so fake. So fake. So bad.
I actually have a question, because throughout the, like, almost entirety of the fight, I was under the presumption that Rocky was a fucking goat, and he was just constantly dodging the guy jabbing him. Was he actually dodging, or they just, like, trying to... Okay.
Yes, he was.
No, that's not...
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
When he's, like, flicking his head back, yeah, that's him dodging.
I couldn't tell if it was him...
You're not supposed to think that's him getting hit.
Well, regardless, outside, because in the end fight, I will agree, they're like, oh, the champion's trying to draw him out, they're just trying to draw him in with all these fake out punches, and, like, I was like, okay, well, I guess that makes sense. But then, like, regardless, even after that, when he was actually getting hit, like both of them, it just didn't look real. It didn't connect for me. And it's just, I don't know. And also, I don't know much about boxing, but I know enough to say that if somebody throws a punch at you, you don't flick your head back, because that's dumb.
You do.
Sure.
You have to get out of the way of the punch, Dylan.
Yeah, dodge to the side. Because if you dodge back and they
maybe in the 70s, that's how they fucking did it, Dylan.
Well, it fucking sucks.
Alas.
I
personally don't think the choreography was all that bad. I thought it was totally serviceable for what it was trying to do.
I think the fight was alright.
Yeah.
I don't really have much more to say on this movie. I'm going to begin repeating myself, so...
I agree with Nico. They should have thrown in, like, a sparring match in the middle of the film during the montage or some shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also, the fucking freeze frame at the end? God, dude, come on.
It was so blurry.
Actually, you know what they should have done? They should have had Rocky spar with that guy who took his locker.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that could have been
That would have been... I really thought that's what was going to happen when they're initially at the club again.
Yeah.
Because they're, like, trying to fight to, like, prove to the boss that he could do it still.
Yeah.
There you go, Rocky. We just fucking improved you.
Okay.
And one final point from me.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's obviously not the guy's fault, but Sylvester Stallone is really hard to understand.
That's him doing a Philadelphia accent.
Oh, okay.
Also, what's up with those fucking stairs, man? That shit sucks.
The stairs? What are you talking
The fucking
about?
stairs of the apartment, dude.
It's so goofy. It's just like they have an individual staircase, a double-sided staircase for every single apartment is so weird.
I don't know, man. It's just how the architecture is or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the city planner should be fired.
Listen, man, this was the 70s. We've already established that. Nothing was efficient back then.
Yeah,
True.
Nothing made sense in the 70s. It was all
Nothing.
topsy-turvy.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
It didn't have to make sense.
Speaking of not making sense, Dylan, what's your rating for this movie?
Damn it, I just locked my phone. I gave Rocky a C-.
Good God.
I just thought it was a slightly below average movie. There wasn't
Good
a lot about
God.
this movie that... Listen, I already established the only thing that kept me in this movie was the underlying story. I thought everything else wasn't great.
This is the same man who gave Jurassic Park Dominion an S-, folks.
Uh-huh.
Dylan, what's your email? We need to know where we can direct the hate mail.
That sucks. Looks like you guys are getting stuck with it. Deal with it.
Anyways, I guess I'll go next. I was definitely pretty harsh on the film when I was talking about it, but I think this movie still stands up pretty well, and I appreciate what it did. I give it a B+. I don't think it's near A tier. I mean, or near. I don't think it crosses into the threshold an A tier movie for me, but I still think it's a pretty solid movie overall. I'd watch it again.
How about you, Nico?
Yeah, I enjoyed Rocky, actually. I think that my gripes with it definitely keep out of S tier, but I personally throw it an A+.
Okay. And I'm going S-.
I expected this from Tanner, but I did not expect this from Nico and Jackson. This is truly baffling to me.
Yeah, I didn't expect Nico to go A+ there.
I enjoyed it quite a bit, dude.
I wasn't expecting Dylan to dislike it as much as he did, or Nico to like it as much as he did. So I guess I come out even.
Did the apartment scene keep it out of S tier for you?
Yeah.
Understandable. Okay,
What if he actually raped her and it wasn't ambiguous?
I don't want to talk about it.
From my headcanon is that he did, and now she's just Stockholm Syndrome into being in a relationship with him.
Jesus Christ, okay.
That seems consistent with her personality.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. She can't stand up for herself. Anyways, that puts it at an A-.
Damn.
See, we could be happy with that ranking at the end of the day, I think.
I can't.
I'll deal with it. A lot of my movies that I like aren't anywhere near that level, so get over it.
Yeah, but you like bad movies.
I don't care.
What's the next one, Jackson?
The next one we're talking about is Tanner's pick of this week, being The Ridiculous Six.
The Ridiculous Six. This is an Adam Sandler movie where he pretends to be a Native American. I know he's white, but he pretends to be a Native American the whole time.
Cancel.
He meets his father, and then his father gets taken away, and he's got to go find him. And while he's going to go find his dad and get some money, he stumbles upon 5 half-brothers of his. One of them's a retard, and
Jesus.
There's some other characters in there.
Question.
One's Mexican.
Which one are you?
They rob people. What do you mean, which one?
Just continue. I'll ask my question
Taylor
in a second.
Lautner, obviously. Anyway, they get some money, they go back to their father, and then a liar revealed, and then they killed it. Wait, did they kill the dad?
Kinda.
No,
they left her for dead.
They kinda did. And then they all live happily ever after with the Native Americans. Also, everyone and their mother is in this movie for some reason.
Yeah.
Except for fucking Dude, the fat boy. Why wasn't he in here?
Oh,
Good old Paul Blart. Where was
Kevin,
he?
Kevin
James. I don't know. Is he part of Adam Sandler's crew? I thought he's usually his own
he's
thing.
in all the Grown-Ups movies and stuff too. So
I don't know then.
Adam Sandler has a crew?
Adam Sandler has a crew. David Spade, Steve Buscemi, fucking Norm Macdonald. They usually all show up in movies with Adam Sandler.
Dude, and the most popular one, Rob Schneider. Can't forget about the Schneidster.
yeah,
Sure,
Rob
Schneider. Was Norm Macdonald in this one and I just missed him?
I think he was, if I remember correctly. Let me go double check. Yeah, Jackson, from what I understand, typically movies that include Adam Sandler, he typically writes himself, and he usually includes his crew, which is the people we just mentioned.
Anyway, this movie fucking sucks.
Oh.
This movie definitely does suck. This is a rough one to start with, Jackson.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Some
people may not believe that Adam Sandler has any good movies. He does. He's got some good ones in there.
That's good to hear, I guess.
I never laughed at what they wanted me to laugh at, but I occasionally laughed at how bad the attempt at humor some of the times was. Except the baseball scene. I thought the baseball scene was actually decently clever.
It was clever, but at the same time, it doesn't fucking fit in this movie at all.
True.
Nothing's supposed to fit in this movie. Also, Norm Macdonald is in this movie. It says he was a Nugget customer or collector or whatever.
Crazy, I never even noticed him.
B-lister.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest. The poop humor got me one time when the donkey initially just shit so fucking much. That got me.
That was completely unexpected. Unfortunately for me,
that was ridiculous.
Unfortunately for me, my kind of humor falls in the vein of unexpected humor. So when that happened, that unfortunately did get me. So
random equal funny.
The first scene too was pretty ridiculous as well, where he does the fucking handstand for no fucking reason to kick him and then runs back.
I like how he never does that again in the movie, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, he does some other stuff. Like, I think his coin of phrase was like, that was some mystical shit. That's just stuff he does. Turns into a tumbleweed at some point, or throws a knife and nicks a fly so it leaves him alone, and all that stuff. And everybody's like, that's some mystical shit. So just kind of stuff like that. Because what's the point of repeating a gag, Tanner? It's not funny if you repeat the gag.
Not true. Learn about the rule of threes, Dylan.
I am kidding. Jesus Christ, you guys.
I'm going to be honest, guys. This movie is a pretty similar movie to Nacho Libre for me.
Oh,
except I think Nacho Libre had a more compelling story and plot line than this movie.
Nacho Libre also has a lot more heart than this.
I don't. Yeah. In terms of comedy, though, I'm comparing them pretty similarly.
Oh no.
I think in terms of comedy, that is pretty fair.
Yeah, well,
This is unfortunately a comedy that I didn't think was very funny most of the time.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, I surprisingly enough also did not find myself laughing that much throughout this movie. I just like the one thing I can appreciate about... Oh, shoot, how long has that been like that? The one thing that I can appreciate about Adam Sandler movies is their... What can I say? Attempts at randomness. You never know what's really gonna happen. The whole baseball thing, they're trying to just... This is random nonsense. They're just inventing random rules that are somehow they're like, oh, these rules don't make any sense, but hey, that's baseball as we know it.
I feel like what they had there was Adam Sandler came up with a bunch of baseball-related jokes and was like, I don't really know where to put these into really anything I'm working on. I guess I can throw them here.
They should have made more Chinese jokes.
They're already in the hot seat with all the Native American stuff going on. I don't think they could top that off.
It was 2015. That stuff didn't matter back then.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it was 2014.
It wasn't. It was 2015. It's not a stab at Native Americans. It's fine. I think it's whatever. Regardless, what I thought was really funny about this movie is when they cameoed I almost said Mark Twain. The guy who played Mark Twain, Vanilla Ice, and Blake Shelton, arguably some of the more well-known people to some. They only got 10 minutes of screen time, which is fine. It's whatever, but and also what was it? David Spade, whatever.
Yeah, David Spade. Yeah. They had Nathan Fillion.
Was Nathan Fillion? No, Nathan Fillion wasn't in this movie.
Yeah, he was.
He was?
Yeah.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. And then
they also had Ice-T in it
Rob
as well.
Rob Schneider. You got some of these people who kind of show up for random moments.
Wasn't Tina Fey in this one?
Yep, they had Tina Fey. They also had Mr. T as well. Mr. T was in here.
Mr. T was. What are you guys talking about?
Tiffany Haddish, Amy Schumer,
No, see,
Melissa McCarthy.
Now you guys are.
Barack Obama.
Cormac McCarthy.
Jason Statham. Everyone was here, Dylan.
Jason
this movie had
Voorhees.
a absolutely crazy cast.
What do you guys
Jason
think about
Derulo.
Terry Crews being included in this movie? I thought that was
That was funny.
I didn't expect him to be like an actual running character. But
Yeah, me neither. I saw him in there. I was like, all right, maybe he's gonna be like some side character, like side quest character. And then they made that one black joke, and I wasn't sure if I should laugh or not.
What black joke?
I liked that joke.
Because he's like, I just don't want you guys to be shocked. But
gotcha.
my mother is rather muscular, and it was like some kind of like. Anyway,
No, that wasn't the joke. The joke was he was saying, I don't want you guys to be surprised, but I'm black.
Yeah.
And then the Mexican guy was like, Taylor Lautner was like, oh, I knew your mom was probably muscular, but I didn't think she was black.
yeah.
Is that something you often needed to break to people, Dylan?
Oh yeah, all the time, man. They see my musculature, and they're like, damn.
Dylan, has anyone ever said something very, like, racist around you, not thinking you were black?
Yes.
Oh.
And what'd you say to him, dude?
I usually
You say,
just don't.
excuse me.
I usually don't say anything. If I know them well enough, I'll be like, odd, and like I'll not like inject it right there in the conversation. But when it finally gets around to me, I was like, oh yeah, like funny thing, I'm actually only half white. I like the other half of me is like African American or quarter, and they're like, oh, I didn't know. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Nobody knows.
What's like the worst thing anyone's ever said around you like that?
Let's move on.
Who is Dylan hanging out with? Jesus
I hang out with a lot of people, man. That's
And by
the trick.
move on, Dylan means move on to the rankings, of which he is going to be providing first here. Dylan, what's your ranking for Ridiculous 6?
You guys are gonna fucking flame me for this one.
If this is higher than Rocky, I'm gonna track you down and kill you. That's not even a joke.
Alright, guys,
this is a legitimate threat.
I gotta leave the Discord now. God, I don't like the look Tanner's giving. Tanner, I can't give my rating when you look at me like that, man. It makes me very uncomfortable.
Fine, I'll close my eyes.
I don't think
Dylan gave it
closing your
a
eyes
B
is-
minus. It looks like he sent it in the chat here. B minus.
Dylan, you're gonna rot in hell for this.
Listen, man, I didn't
If
think
you
Rocky
ever
was
come around
entertaining.
this house, I'll actually murder
It
you.
was
This
boring.
isn't even a joke.
This movie wasn't boring.
Yes, it was.
This is a matter of perspective. This list is subjective, not objective. Let's move on to
No,
the next
this is
ranking.
an objective list, and you're objectively wrong.
Oh, okay. Moving on.
Jesus
Who's ranking
Christ.
it next?
So
Here's a
Tanner,
list of every other movie that Dylan has put the ridiculous 6 above.
That's a lot. Wait, maybe not. A lot of my list
It's
is
not
very
very
top
many,
heavy.
actually.
Yeah, my list is very top heavy, so that's not true.
Tanner, what are you ranking this one?
I'm at either a D plus or a D minus.
Jesus
And
Christ.
What's weird is it's not a D.
I was about
it's
to
definitely
say.
a D plus or a D minus.
I'm much more high on Adam Sandler movies than you guys are.
Like I said, Dylan, there are good Adam Sandler movies. This one just isn't one of them.
See, the thing is, and I feel like we watched this in the best context possible, which is a group of friends that are like, talking at the same time so we can try and riff off of it. And even then, I was not laughing very often. So I think I'm going to go a D minus.
All right.
Damn, minus.
I think I'm going to be going D, personally. I'm going to go with the D. Jackson, how about
Shit.
you?
I give it a C minus,
Okay.
Huh.
and that puts it at a C minus.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
That's fucking
Not
nuts.
really.
That's insane. Just like our next movie that Nico picked, Moonfall.
Moonfall. Guys,
Yeah.
Moonfall is fucking crazy, okay? Let me just, let me break it down here real quick for you, alright? So, Moonfall is all about this conspiracy theorist, guys. A conspiracy theorist finds out that the moon is about to fall. It's out of its orbit right now. It's hurtling towards the Earth. It's crazy. NASA finds out, and they're like, "Oh my God, the moon is coming to the Earth. What are we gonna do?" And what do they do, guys? What do they do? What they end up finding out is that they just put together a big old crack team of astronauts where they're like, "Okay, boys, you're gonna go up into the moon. There's like some weird fucking shit up there that's causing the moon to like come out of its orbit. We think it's like a mega structure or something like that, okay? Well, what exactly that means, we don't know yet, okay? But it's a mega structure, and you guys gotta go up there and repair the moon. And so they hurtle up there towards the moon, and they get EMP, okay? They got EMP on board so they can blow up the fucking nanotechnology that's corrupting the moon right now. And they get up there, and it doesn't work. They apparently, despite the nanobots being like all up inside of the EMP, it needed to be even closer. So the nanobots just like tear apart their fucking spaceship, and they go into the moon, boys. They go inside of the moon, where they see that, oh, there's like a little dwarf star or something around the moon. That's crazy, around like its core or whatever. The moon is hollow. What's going on here? And then they get sucked up inside of the one of the structures inside the moon, where they find out that humanity is aliens. What? That's fucking crazy. And the moon created the Earth to spawn humans. What? Why did they hide this from humanity? What? Okay. And these nanobots tracked them down so they can murder them because they were the original AI of the primordial humans. That's fucking nuts. And then they destroy them, and the movie ends. Also,
Guys,
this was
movie-
made by Lexus, okay? Lexus was a big contributor to this movie. I think it's really important, okay? Now,
That explains
real
a lot.
quick here, guys. I just want to make this blatantly clear, okay? I just need to get this in here real quick, guys, okay?
Uh-huh.
Shitting on this movie, I think, is a fool's errand, okay? I don't think there's any point in doing so.
It's so fucking boring at the start, though.
This movie has everything that a big budget, shitty ass disaster movie has, okay? It has
No. It doesn't have enough disaster.
It has blatant
I mean-
product placement, Tanner. Blatant product placement. It has shilling to overseas markets. It's got a shitload of CGI. It's got it all,
badass
dude.
It doesn't even have that much CGI. There's barely any destruction in this movie.
Bro, fucking...
I don't think that's true.
This movie has an immense amount of CGI. Tanner's huffing copium.
No, I
what do
mean
you-
compared to compare it to like 2012, which I feel like is sort of the benchmark of this genre. The destruction scenes last like 2 minutes each. It's like we have like the big wave through the first city that takes like 2 minutes. We've got the other big wave when the ship is taking off. That's like 2 minutes.
What
The
about all
only like extended destruction scene is when they're like driving through the mountain. And
Consider
then,
this, Tanner. CGI can be in parts other than the destruction
I know,
scene.
I'm just saying the way Nico's using CGI is to talk about like shit happening.
I mean, to
Dude.
be fair... Go on, Nico.
Did you not see that big ass fucking chase scene with the Lexus, dude? There was CGI all over there.
I
It
did
was
mention that.
fucking awesome, okay, Tanner? It was fucking sweet. The way that they were just driving, trying to outrun these dudes who were hunting them down, trying to get that oxygen before they all fucking got slain by the moon, okay? As all that space debris was coming down on them, causing the Earth to fucking shift with all them tectonic plates and shit, with a blizzard coming in, and they're like, you know what? Don't you worry, we can outrun these bad boys. Let's shift her into sports mode. We're going to turbo drive.
Yeah, I
and
thought
then
that part
they
was
get out of
interesting.
there. They fucking launch off of some rocks, dude. And they're able to just like send those other guys careening into the earth. It was fucking sweet, man. It was awesome.
I'm in a weird spot because I'm trying to discern sarcasm from
Yes,
reality.
it's sarcasm. There's
Dude.
not enough moon falling in the Moonfall
Dude.
movie.
There's plenty
There
of
were-
moon falling.
Multiple mentions of Elon Musk in this film.
I only remember one.
There was a thank you, Elon. What would Elon do as well? They said
That's the
what
one
would
I heard.
Elon
I didn't hear
do?
the thank you, Elon part.
I fucking hate the stupid, annoying ass fat guy. That guy was so annoying and he completely ruined the movie.
Gives
It
me real
was-
James Corden vibes.
He
he's
definitely
so,
does.
So unfunny. Holy shit.
Dude. His cat's name was Fuzz Aldrin.
It sure
Who
was.
gives a shit?
Oh.
Acting was so fucking bad in this movie. Then nobody gave a shit. It was. Ugh.
Anyway, Dylan, tell us about how much more you like this movie than Rocky.
I'll pass.
Did you guys like how the fucking NASA space station uses a Kaspersky or whatever the fuck for like their antivirus shit on there?
They did what?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
So Kaspersky or whatever the fuck it's called is like a shitty antivirus that people can download. And they were funding this movie, boys. When they were when they were jacking in there, it was like Kaspersky protected or whatever when they were on the NASA space station.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet, guys. Do you guys also like it?
No.
When it was revealed that humanity were all just primordial beings.
That was pretty funny.
That shit came out of fucking nowhere. It blindsided me.
Yeah, no, just the random spiel about, like, the history of humans in the middle of, like, this intense action scene was so fucking weird.
That was the most entertaining part of the movie for me, honestly, because it was so dumb and stupid and
Yeah,
dumb
just so out
that
of
it was
what
funny.
The hell? It's like, what the fuck is going on right now? Why did they put this in this movie?
Right, yeah.
It made me feel like they were about to start fucking piloting the moons around like an Invader Zim or some shit.
Do you guys love China?
Dude, I'm so fucking jazzed about China.
Dude, I fucking love China.
Dude. Why did they have a foreign exchange student with them? What was her purpose?
You know.
Dylan, do you know?
I made a lot of Destiny references when I was watching this movie.
Dude, that's fucking nuts.
What's that got to do with the foreign exchange student?
I don't want to make any comments on this movie.
What?
Dylan's about to put this movie in, like, S tier, isn't he?
Dylan thinks this movie's peak.
Dylan loves this fucking movie. This, like, universally agreed upon bad movie. Dylan loves this one. Look at that little guy.
The audience can't see it right now, but he's making smug faces. He knows.
This is the Dylan's controversial picks of the week.
Come on, Dylan. How'd you feel about this film? What's
I don't
up,
want to
dude?
talk about it. This feels like Jurassic World Dominion all over again.
It's not as bad as Jurassic World Dominion. It's better than
there was
that.
another movie. There was another movie we watched, and you guys were just ragging on it, and we had this exact same scenario. It was one of the Jurassic World movies, I believe, but I don't know.
That would make sense.
Well,
if
it
was
was
one of the other
Dominion.
ones.
Dominion is terrible, but Dominion is worse than this.
What can I say? I'm a huge sci-fi guy. That's why
Yeah.
I play the games that I do, and also, in my world, nothing has to make sense. It just has to make sense in that universe.
But that's not even the case.
What do you mean that's not the case?
Nothing makes sense even within the confines of this universe.
It made sense to me. You gotta have more imagination.
Consider this, Dylan. When the movie was passing over them, right, and the gravitational pull of it was grabbing things and pulling them upwards, right? You saw them getting pulled laterally at some point. The movie is passing over it, right? Presumably, at some point, it would have been directly over them, right? And they're inside some random shoddy hut. Why didn't just the whole, the gravitational force was enough to pick up a fucking tractor and move it, right? How the fuck could it not just take this house out, or, just pick up the humans that were on the ground, hiding in this little hut, and just pull them up, and then, presumably just make them fall down and fucking die.
Didn't it just make the tractor slide slightly towards them?
I'm saying, if the movie
Jackson, here's a
directly
much better question. We see it fucking, like, pick up a truck on Earth, right? The gravity. Mm-hmm. Why is the spaceship that is much closer to the moon not fucking, like, dragged in and crashed right into the moon?
I don't know.
Because it doesn't make sense,
Don't
Dylan.
worry,
Rest our
Dylan. Don't
case.
worry. I'm going to come here and defend you real quick. As I said from the very beginning of this review, dissecting this movie and criticizing it is a fool's errand, boys.
But it's fun to do!
It's on you guys if you don't get it, okay?
S+ from Nico. This is a disaster film and it accomplishes its goal of being a disaster
It sure
film.
is a disaster film.
This movie is fucking nuts, and I feel like you guys are just, like, too clouded by other films, by other good cinema, to really fully, like, grasp just the full gravity of this situation.
Nice play on words.
Sometimes the best solution to watching a movie is just turning off your brain and enjoying the movie.
Listen, dude, I could have done that, and I probably would have given this movie a lot more slack, because, frankly, I think the last third of the movie was pretty fucking entertaining. Just in how much it was like, this is some stupid bullshit, and we know it's stupid bullshit, so we're just gonna make it even more stupid and even more bullshit. But the first 2/3 of the movie were fucking awful, and they were so boring, and I had no interest in it whatsoever. And because of that, I carried that, that way of thinking into that last third, which also soiled it. If the whole movie was just completely stupid and ridiculous the entire time, I probably would have been higher on it.
Dude,
Agreed.
did you not think it was stupid and ridiculous the way that those people in the helicopter just suicided themselves right into a tidal wave?
I mean, they didn't suicide. When you run into a wave like that, you'll be lucky if the engines don't seize. And also, considering that a helicopter is a hovering object, and there's a certain law of physics that applies to that, you kind of just get hit by a wave of water which stops your momentum, and then you have nowhere to go
Why'd they
means that
go into the wave of water?
It's moving towards them. What do you mean by they go into it?
Why didn't the increased gravity from the moon that was creating that tidal wave help the helicopter rise even faster than it normally would?
Why didn't they put the helicopter in sport mode?
Because helicopters
It wasn't
are
Alexis, that's why.
The helicopters are reliant on air propulsion downwards, and when air propulsion
but if it has a higher gravitational force, that'll still allow it to ascend faster than a helicopter normally would.
Yes,
but it didn't.
The oxygen
Because they didn't think about that.
Okay, Tanner, you're right. I'm sorry I tried to provide you with an answer you talked over me for.
I mean, go ahead and provide your answer, but your answer is wrong.
Well, then what's the point of me explaining if you're going to be dumb and not listen?
Because he just wants to make a point out of you.
You're being dumb trying to come up with an answer for this obvious, oversight on theirs. But go ahead and explain it to me. Why is it in what hypothetically is a lower gravity environment, the helicopter not able to take off faster than normal?
It's a fool's errand, Tanner. It's a fool's errand.
Guys, speaking of fool's errands, why the fuck didn't they drive the Mach 1? I'm pissed. I'm so fucking pissed. That car is so sick. And they baited me with it, those sons of bitches. He worked on it twice during this fucking movie, and they didn't drive it once. What's up with that shit?
It's a Chekhov's gun, dude.
Mm-hmm. Chekhov's Mach 1.
Yeah. All right. I guess
D minus.
B minus.
D!
Tanner, that's way too low, dude. Come on. Come the fuck on. Moonfall is a masterpiece. And again, you guys just don't fucking get it. I'm giving it a C+, personally.
What a bitch. I give it a D.
Dylan, how about you, dude?
Quite frankly, you all pissed me off. I'm giving this movie an S-.
Jesus. Is it because we pissed you off you're giving it an S-?
Oh, that's part of the reason.
What were you going to give it before?
It was floating at an A+ because I wasn't going to give it an S. But you, like I said, quite frankly, you pissed me off, so I'm making it an S-.
You grinded my gears, and now I'm going to give this movie an S.
So you can fucking deal with it, Tanner.
That puts it at
okay, guys, listen.
Yep.
I'm calling a vote right now. Can we kick Dylan out of Guapish at the movies? I'm just saying, with Rocky and Moonfall, this can't be allowed to continue happening.
I think
it's too far now. He's gone too far.
This is what makes the segment fun, and I love him for that.
Exactly.
Tanner, if I cared what you thought, I'd rank the movies the way you want me to, but I don't, so get over it.
I just want you to make sense, Dylan. I want you to be a human being with a functioning brain.
He liked the movie.
Oh my god.
Anyway, what's the ranking?
Why couldn't you turn your brain off with Rocky? Why'd you leave it on for that one?
Because science makes my brain go happy. Rocky was boring, and all I liked about the movie was the underlying story. I thought the acting was bad in Rocky.
Anyways, that puts Moonfall at a C+.
There we go.
It's the second best movie we watched this week.
Hell yeah, brother. It for sure was. Are you kidding? Are you saying that it was worse than Ridiculous 6?
Yes.
Hey, we still have one more movie.
We do have one more movie. Yeah, I think...
I forgot about that.
I think The Ridiculous 6 was more consistent throughout it. I'm really taking Moonfall down quite a bit of steps just because of how fucking boring the first two-thirds of the movie were. The first two-thirds were just nothingness, just retardation. Mm-hmm. Whereas The Ridiculous 6 was nothingness, retardation, the entire movie, but like a step above, you know?
I agree with that assessment.
What was the other movie you guys said you were watching?
Dawn of the Dead. We watched Dawn of the Dead in theaters with Tanner's dad, who has a parasocial relationship with us.
Yeah. So Tanner, would you like to...
Anyway, Dad, I know. Hold on a sec. Dad, I know you're watching this one. When I think when Jackson and I last got lunch with you, you said we need to take it easier on Dylan. Do you understand now? Do you see what's happening here? Anyway, I love you very much, Dad.
All right, so Tanner, would you like to give us a little summary of Dawn of the Dead here, dude?
Dawn of the Dead opens in a news station. The zombie epidemic is in full swing, and they're figuring out, how are we gonna cover it? There's chaos in the thing, and then a plan hatches with one guy who comes in. He's like, hey, I think you're kind of hot, girl. Let's get out of here on the helicopter. And then we cut to some police officers breaking into an apartment building in order to kill black people, and also some zombies.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's brutal.
That one guy really, he like kicks in that door and just fucking eviscerates that man. Jesus Christ.
He wanted those Puerto Ricans and blacks dead.
Dude, he hated black people. Jesus.
I don't feel safe watching this movie now.
I don't know why I'm looking at this. I didn't write down the plot of the movie. Anyway, we get introduced to our two cop characters through that. They wind up joining the pilot guy and the news reporter girl. They get in a helicopter and they start flying away. And they're flying for days and days and days. And then they see a mall, a completely abandoned mall, which is admittedly a little strange, but they land on the roof. They find just a massive stockpile of food in there for some reason, and then they're like, fuck it, we'll live in the mall. And so they clear out the mall and they're having a grand old time, and then a very confusingly outfitted motorcycle gang shows up, and there's a big fight between all of them, and they get rid of the motorcycle gang, and then everyone's dead at the end. Or something, or they flew off. Did they fly away, or were they dead?
They flew off, yeah.
They flew off.
It was the whatever his name is and the woman.
Yeah, everyone but the black guy and the woman die. The end. So
this movie was not very good. I'm just gonna.
It was bad.
I'm gonna get that out here right now. It's like so confusing as well because you straight cannot tell if this movie is supposed to partially be a comedy. Because like there's so many things that happen where it's like. Was this supposed to be funny? Well, are these stupid things happening because it's a comedy, or just because the right?
That's what I was saying while we were watching it. Because like they have a handful of things that are very intentionally gags. Like the one guy like putting his arm in like the fucking heart, the blood pressure thing, even though they're in the middle of being eviscerated by zombies. I'm like, okay, that's very clearly. Like a comedy thing. Are we supposed to be laughing at this? And like a huge portion of the dialogue is either written wildly confusingly in like a funny way, or it's delivered in a baffling way that also ends up being funny.
Yeah, the acting and delivery in this film are fucking terrible. I suppose, yes, it's terrible in the sense that it's not communicating the emotions it's supposed to be, but it's funny. A lot of the time, everyone
the way
is
they're
so
giving lines.
Stilted in this movie.
Yeah, and then
I feel like a lot of '70s movies we watch are like that, though.
Maybe.
I mean, Planet of the Apes
wasn't.
Or not Planet of the Apes. Shit. Was it
Body
Snatchers?
That was a while before the '70s. Body Snatchers? Wasn't that like a '50s movie?
That might have been a '50s one.
Body Snatchers, '50s.
It was a '70s movie we watched that was pretty good. So.
Rocky. Anyway. Yeah. The thing that very consistently was making us laugh, I feel like, is the fact that every human character and all of the zombies are wildly incompetent and ineffective. Nothing is a threat to anything in this movie.
Except for when they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for when they are.
Except for when the plot is like, okay, someone needs to die now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird and confusing. Like, one of the biggest parts for this, I would say, is when, like, Lady is up in, like, their little stronghold all alone. She's, like, waiting for him. For some reason, she's chilling in the stairwell. I don't know why she doesn't just, like, wait in the safety of the room the entire time. But, oh well. And then she sees a zombie slowly walking up the stairs, okay? Very slowly walking up these pretty good-sized stairs. They'll give her plenty of time to respond. And so, like, you know, she goes into the room. She starts barricading it. These are zombies, so just shutting the door for this single zombie should be more than enough to deal with it.
To be fair, the zombies in the Walking Dead universe, or not the Walking Dead, the Living Dead universe know how to use doors.
It seems inconsistent as to when they're able to use doors.
Generally speaking, they can use doors.
Yeah, when it's convenient for the plot for them to be able to open doors.
So, like, even if this door just, like, had a lock on it, that should be fine. Also, she stacks up boxes. She should have plenty of time to stack up some boxes, make a decent barricade, and that should be fine. She also has an escape route up to the roof, which should be more than enough to deal with it. But none of these things end up working. She just eventually gets saved by the dudes coming in there and shooting the zombie.
I do have one more thing that I'm going to just lump this into with what Nico's talking about as well, because there's just another specific scene that's similar to this. That being the very final scene where the woman is trying to escape to get onto the helicopter, and she's kind of waiting for the last dude to decide if he's going to kill himself or not. So we see one of the zombies climbing up the ladder to get up there. I don't know how the fuck they're able to do that, if they have the dexterity to do that whatsoever. But they do, and we see one doing it, and he's doing it very, very slowly. And there's really not that many zombies coming into this room. I mean, there's a decent chunk, but it's not like a ton. but like over a very short period of time. But when the guy's deciding if he should kill himself or not, maybe like a couple of minutes max. By the time he finally gets up onto the roof and decides to escape, there's like 20, 30 zombies up there somehow. There should be like maybe like 5 max. It's impossible for there to be that many up there. Absolutely ridiculous. It's a dog shit F tier.
And again, another fucking reason why it feels like this movie might be trying to be a comedy or whatever is we see a zombie holding a gun throughout the entire fucking movie because like steals it from one of the characters and just like grabs onto it the entire time. He still climbs up the ladder somehow holding that gun.
Yes, sir. We do see him on the roof later.
Yeah.
I want to ask questions, but I'm probably just going to end up watching the movie, considering I'm going to need to give it a ranking at some point.
This is an entertaining movie, Dylan. We're ragging on it a lot, but honestly, I was pretty entertained throughout the entirety of it.
I guess we'll
Especially,
see.
let's go into some positives here. I think the structure of this movie generally is pretty fine. I like the idea of them just like immediately hopping out of an elevator, which is not an elevator, a helicopter, which is just an escape route they have lined up. And then just going and fucking off and just finding somewhere that they can land at. I think that's cool. And then, of course, the whole mall concept, regardless of the fact that it makes no fucking sense that it hasn't been, like, completely destroyed and looted at this point. And that they just happen to find a room with, like, a bunch of rations for no reason.
Dude, they got spam, bro.
Let's ignore that because it's stupid. And just look at the fact that a mall is a cool ass setting for a zombie apocalypse. Like when you think of like, in your mind of like cool places you want to set up shop, this is fucking sick. This is like peak fantasy zombie situation.
This is the first one to do it. It's the originator of this.
And I think that shit's cool. I really like that they just clear the thing out methodically and they just like make it their like own little house. I think that's pretty fucking sweet. I like how they show the progression slowly of them kind of like living in it for the the coming months that they're in there. I enjoyed that a lot. I thought it was pretty solid overall.
Yeah. I like I mentioned, I really like the opening scene. I think the opening scene is really well done, and I think it's a cool and still pretty unique idea for the zombie genre, where it is like in a newsroom with news reporters. Like they're sort of disconnected from the thing. They know something is going on out there, but they're like arguing amongst themselves. Well, what do we tell the people? Because I'm not sure I believe this whole thing. And also, me and Jackson mentioned to me, and I agreed with him, I like the idea of the government going to rednecks and just being like, yeah, fucking wander around and kill zombies. Do it. That's a great idea.
Not a big fan of the blue face in this movie, though. Kind of appropriating the Smurfs. Wasn't like huge into that. Kind of a strange choice. However, also, as we kind of hinted at before, the fucking opening scene also, when they have like the police just like raid that building, is fucking crazy, okay? We just have this racist-ass police officer bust into, like, this apartment building, there's a bunch of minorities in it, and just, like, start blasting people. Because he's like, oh, finally an opportunity to kill the blacks.
Yeah.
It's fucking
and, like,
nuts.
It's so extreme that the other police officers, like, it takes them a second to comprehend what's even happening. Like, the guy is going for a second apartment building to shoot people, and they're like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah, I remember when we were in the theater, Tanner, like, audibly gasped and was like, what the fuck is this? When he blows that guy's head off.
Yeah. Why was that included in the movie? Why did they have to show that?
It was the
So
70s, man.
weird.
Times were simpler.
I guess so. It was more casual about hating blacks and Puerto Ricans back then.
I guess
That's
so.
crazy.
Yeah.
And also, obviously the zombie makeup is fucking atrocious throughout most of this movie, but we see some that's not bad. Like when
one of the main characters turned into a zombie, he looked good as a zombie.
Yeah, when one of the main characters, they give them like gray skin, gray decomposing looking skin like you expect. They're not painted blue like everyone else.
Yeah.
They didn't have the budget to actually like individually make everyone look good. They had a lot of extras on this movie. A lot of extras.
You know what's fucking crazy that I'm realizing right now? As I'm remembering scenes from the movie, my brain is retroactively like color correcting the zombies. Like I know for a fact they're really like blue or whatever, but as I'm remembering scenes, I'm turning them into appropriate zombie colors.
Mine's just making them look like actual zombies and not just people walking around with blue face paint. It's really funny too because of the variety of actors they're using for the extras. Half of the people kind of look like they're trying, and the other half are just random, regular people that are kind of just walking around. Like they're not even they don't give a shit at all about attempting to look like a zombie.
Yeah.
Which is really, really goofy.
Yeah.
As for our ratings, though, which might be even more goofy, boys.
I don't know. It sounds
My
pretty
rating
concise.
my rating might be pretty goofy.
Yeah, Tanner, how about you, dude? How about you kick this one off?
This one is a fun watch, but it's not fun in the way that like Waxwork is. I still think I'm saying I'm giving this one a low ranking. But if you have a group of friends together, this one is a really fun one to put on and laugh at. But I'm giving it a flat D.
No, I thought you were gonna say this is like Captain Alex, and I got concerned.
I think Captain Alex is funnier, maybe intentionally, but probably not.
I'm gonna go.
Also, Captain Alex is much shorter, which helps.
Yeah. Thank God for that. I am going to go slightly higher and give it a D+.
Yeah. I think I'd probably also put it at a D+. I want to like this movie. Like, honestly, I enjoyed watching this movie quite a bit, but my critic brain is dragging this down. If I was less, critical of these movies, I probably would have put this at like C+ or something. But it just doesn't deserve that. It's a pretty rough fucking movie.
I'm satisfied with saying, listen, guys, this is a bad movie, but it's really fun, and you probably should see it.
Yes.
It's really fun.
Like a one-time see kind of movie.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
You could give it a D+ as well, right?
Yeah.
Yes. 2 D pluses and 1 D.
No way. Well,
Try
I
and
know
guess
you guys
that
are
rank.
shocked. It's
Probably a D+.
What a dog shit week for movies.
Yeah.
The Dawn of the Dead, I really don't want to say that I think The Ridiculous Six is a better movie than Dawn of the Dead, because I definitely enjoyed watching Dawn of the Dead more. But that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
I guess so.
I gave Ridiculous 6 a D-, right?
Sure.
You gave it a D-, yeah.
Okay, good.
I gave it a C-, so I'm one rank above this one.
What? No way. Why though?
Alright. And with that, guys, I believe it's time to get on to the movies that we're going to be watching for next week.
Oh my
I
god.
guess so.
So, Dylan,
Yes.
what movie are you going to be going with?
Yeah, give me some time here.
Some time. Okay, Jackson, what movie are you going with?
Damn it! I wanted you to give Dylan some time so I could also have some time to think about my pick.
The movie is Day After Tomorrow, another end of the world movie.
Whoa.
Holy shit, another disaster movie.
Sure is. It's the first one I've ever seen.
This is also another really bad one.
It's been a bit since I watched it. I don't remember how good or bad it may or may not be.
So, Jackson, now you've been given a little time, dude. What you thinking?
Oh, I'm picking the 2002 film Irreversible, which is a French thriller.
Ooh,
Our very first French film. Not excited for that. Already bodes
Is it the first French film? I feel like we've watched one for some reason.
It was Maniac French?
No.
I don't know.
Are you thinking of Funny Games, Tanner? Are you thinking of if Funny Games was French?
No, I'm thinking of Maniac.
Okay.
Wasn't Maniac French?
No.
I know it wasn't in French, but...
No.
I mean, it was a bunch of English actors speaking English, and the setting was in America, so it'd be weird if it was a French film.
Yeah.
Maybe they think that that kind of stuff doesn't happen in France.
Oh, and just like that, we're going to be rolling the Patreon. We're watching Midnight Cowboy, the 1969 film Midnight Cowboy.
Well, regardless, if you want to recommend a movie, just like our previous patron there did, then you can hop on over to patreon.com/Guapish, Rule 34, where you'll be able to recommend movies as well as do so many other fucking sweet things, like get access to our pre-Guap, get early access to all of our episodes, you'll get access to our Discord, where you'll be able to talk to us, recommend some shit, you can recommend some cool stuff for us, as well as recommend movies, guys. You can recommend movies, all right? Speaking of which, you also get your name read out during every single episode, much like Dylan is about to do for us right now.
All right. Thank you very much to our Patreon members, Raheem Rajwani, Kyler Nikolai. I think Shimi is an overall better cat than that Mochi. This is not a Patreon name. Top Ramen Man, Joshua Bean, Macho Man Retard Savage, Tutbot, Lucas Ledette, Hunter, and Jacob Edwards. Thank you guys all so much for
And I
donating
especially
to our
love you,
cause.
Joshua Bean. As always, thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.